situation with my puppy. I know you guys have a lot of questions on what happened and how I'm doing too. But I'm actually doing pretty much okay now. Like, I'm still heartbroken. I'm still obviously sad. That was my baby. For me and my husband, he was like our son. Not a lot of people will understand. But a lot of people would understand that own pets and stuff. Having a dog or a cat or any pet, they become like a family to you, a child to you. And like I said, most people do not understand that, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. But yeah. So how everything happened, it's still unknown to us because we don't really know what happened, how he got sick. Pretty much the vets didn't even tell us anything that we were satisfied with. And so last week on Monday, I noticed a little like limp on his leg, and I told my husband like he's like limping. I don't know what's going on with him. But prior to that, my husband had gave him egg, and we thought that that had gave him diarrhea because he had a lot of diarrhea, like a lot prior to Monday, last week Monday. He had a lot of diarrhea, and we don't know. Honestly, we thought that was because of that. So we thought it was because of the egg. Now we don't know if it was because of that. So yeah. And then he got better and started pooping normal. And then he got bad diarrhea again, starting like Monday of last week. So okay, we were like, maybe it's the egg that you gave him in his food or something. We weren't sure, honestly. And then, like I said, I noticed that limp on him. We're like, okay, that's kind of weird. What the heck? And mind you, he was a very playful dog. Like, he will run all over, jump on my husband. He was just very extremely active puppy, like a very active puppy. So like I said, Monday came, I noticed that limp. I told my husband, we're like, that's weird, why is he limping? We're like, oh, maybe because he's been doing a lot of diarrhea, maybe it hurts him. So we left it as that. Tuesday rolled around. I got home. Well, actually, we didn't go. No, my husband went to work, and I was home all morning with Ace. I was with him all morning. When my husband got home, my puppy was really happy. He was jumping on him, playing around. We're on the couch, and like he's not allowed to be on the couch, but my husband allowed him to be on the couch on top. Like he got on top of him, and my husband was carrying him like a baby on Tuesday. It was so cute. So that happened on Tuesday, and then that Tuesday evening in the morning we were all good. He was good. He was just limping, and he was playing around. He was really good with me all morning. And when my husband came, like I said, he was good. That Tuesday in the evening, we went to the movies. We got back from the movies because we had left him outside already at this point. He was already sleeping outside. We had left because he was usually inside, but we were leaving him to sleep outside. So he was in his little cage outside. Every time we come home, he goes to the door and looks at us from the little peephole that's on the door, and he just looks at us, and like he gets all excited when we get home. When we got home from the movies, he wasn't there at the door. We're like, that's weird, because he's always there, like always. Like he doesn't miss it. He loves when we get home because he gets so excited. We're like, okay, that's weird. We got off, we opened the fence door, and he was in his bed. He was awake, and he was trying to get up. And we're like, that's weird. He couldn't get up. Like, he was laying down on his side, and he couldn't. So he kept like going forward, trying to get get up, but he couldn't. So I told my husband, I opened the door to the house, and I told my husband, help him get up, because that's weird that he can't get up. We were like really weirded out. So, and he was already walking like a little, like super slow. We're like, that's super weird. But he was still active, so we're like, maybe it's because of the diarrhea. Maybe he's down because of that. That's what we thought. So he was inside with us. He was good. He was a little good. He was down, but like I said, we thought because it was of the diarrhea. That's it. So the next day, on Wednesday, my husband took him for a walk in the morning, and my husband was telling me that he didn't want to walk. Like, he would just like walk a little and would just fall down. Like, he didn't want to walk. It was weird because he would just like drop himself. We're guessing that his legs were hurting and he didn't want to walk. So my husband brought him back home, and he was just laying down and he was just being like lazy. We're like, okay, we thought it was normal because he sleeps a lot. He slept a lot. He slept a lot, and that happened. We're like, my husband had to go to work, so I left with him to work. I left with him and I stayed at his sister's, and through the camera we kept looking at him, and he was just in his bed sleeping. We're like, okay, that's weird, but that's not normal. Like, we know that he sleeps a lot, but it was just not normal, because yeah, he will sleep, but then he'll wake up and like play a lot with his little toys, and then he'll get bored and then come back and play and lay down. But this time on Wednesday, he wasn't doing that at all. So when we got back home, we got back home that Wednesday, and he was just down. He couldn't get up at all no more, like at all. That Wednesday, when we got home, like I said, he couldn't get up no more, and it was hard for him to get up. It was really, really hard for him to get up. So we're like, okay, this is weird. He's just down. He doesn't want to move. Nothing. We're like, okay. So we took him to the vet, to an emergency, and we got there and everything. And they did like a whole parvo, because they thought he had a parvo, but he has his parvo shots. But they still didn't want to do a parvo because of his age and the symptoms that he had. He came out negative as parvo. And then, so we got into the room and everything, and they checked him, and he had a fever of 104.2. He had a fever. And they checked him, and they said that he had a fever. And at that point, it was hard for him to even walk, because before that, when we were waiting outside, because we couldn't be inside because they thought he had parvo. We were outside, and he was walking a little bit, and he just like literally collapsed, just literally dropped himself to the ground because he couldn't walk. He was in pain. He couldn't walk. So we thought, we were just like scared, because like, what the heck. So yeah, they got him inside. Like I said, we got him inside the room to check his temperature and everything, and they just focused on his diarrhea when we were telling them that his legs weren't working, like he couldn't move, and when we would touch him, he was in pain. He couldn't move, he couldn't walk, and they focused on diarrhea. Okay. And they did x-rays on him, and they said that one of his like organs, I guess it was supposed to go like straight, and it was supposed to go straight in a U shape, straight, and then loop into a U. So, and that little organ that was supposed to go as a U, it went straight, and instead of going in a U, it was in a knot at the end. So straight and not as straight in a U. So we're like, okay, they're saying that he needed x-ray, and that they were saying that too, that in order to figure out what he had in his stomach, because he wasn't eating. He had days that he wasn't eating, but that Wednesday morning, before In the Wednesday morning, he ate a little bit. And before we took him to the bed, he ate chicken, he ate broccoli, he ate carrots, he ate apple and a little bit of his kibble. So when they did the whole X-rays, they were saying that his stomach was full, but like I said, we told him that he had ate a little bit, and honestly, I don't even know like the real reason. We don't even know why he couldn't walk or move anymore. So that, like I said, we took him to the vet, to the emergencies on Wednesday. They did the whole X-rays. We ended up paying. Okay, so they told us that in order for them to know what's really wrong with him, they had to put like a little scope camera inside, and that was gonna be like 2,000 something, almost $3,000. And after they found out what was that, and he needed surgery was gonna be like 3,000 something, and so the total was gonna be like $5,000. We're like, yeah, we could not afford that. Like, literally, we could not afford that. So they just sent us home with medication. We ended up paying that day like almost $700. Yeah, $700 we paid that day just to do the X-ray and check and give us medication. Pretty much, we got nothing out of it. We got home. We tried to give him the medication, but he wasn't budging at all. He didn't want to take it. He was just laying down and in pain, not be able to move, nothing. So in the night, like around 2 in the morning, which was already Thursday, I got up to take him out to the bathroom, and cause we had let him sleep inside, and I was like, "Easy boy," like I used to call him Easy boy. We're like, "Come on, baby, get up so we could take it to the bathroom." He didn't want to get up. He couldn't actually get up at all. It's not that he didn't want to. He couldn't move. All he was moving was his little eyes and his little head, and it was so painful to see him just like that. So I woke my husband up, and told him to help me get him up, to get him out. So he helped me. He took him out, and I walked him to outside so he could use the bathroom. He was just walking like an old person, like old grandpa, like he couldn't move. So I helped him go out, and then we came back inside. He couldn't like even get up on the step to like come inside. So I helped him, and then I thought he was gonna walk, so I left him right there standing between the kitchen table and the trash can. And I sat down on the couch and I was like, "Come on, baby, come here." He couldn't walk, so I just got up and I hold him to walk, helped him, and when he got in his cage, he just did like a little spin on the cage, and he was in so much pain that he couldn't even lay down or sit down. So what he did was just drop himself in the bed because he just couldn't, and he was just in so much pain. So that morning on Thursday, we took him to his original vet, and they really didn't tell us nothing either. They just said that in order to see what was wrong with him, they had to do like X-rays, take out blood, and all this other stuff, and that was gonna be almost $2,000. We're like, we could not afford that. We couldn't afford it. And he was, at that point, he was already in so much pain because my husband, when he tried to carry him to go inside the vet, he was crying. He was like crying and trying to bite him because he couldn't. He would just like literally touch him a little bit, and he was already crying. We couldn't touch him because he was in pain, and his fever had spiked up. And the way he was just looking at us with that little cute little face of his, like saying like, it's okay, it's okay for us to let go of him, because he was in so much pain. We didn't want to put him in, he was already in pain. We didn't want to put him in pain through the whole surgery, and the aftercare of him in pain. We're like, we don't want to. So me and my husband husband made a decision to put him down and not have him in pain. We don't want our puppy. He wasn't our, those 3 days, he wasn't like our puppy anymore. He was just, he went from a puppy, like my husband said, he went from a puppy to being like an old man. He was in so much pain. He couldn't walk or move, nothing. So, yeah, that's what happened to my puppy. Honestly, we don't know why his body gave up, why he couldn't walk, he couldn't move, nothing. The vets literally didn't give us no answers to our questions, and I feel like they don't even give us a chance or affordable to try to save our puppies, our pets. But yeah, that's what happened, guys, and I really appreciate everyone that gave me the condolences and cared to check up on me, and I really appreciate it a lot. It's very hard. It's still very hard because our house feels lonely now. We went from being 3 to just us 2 now. So a lot of things remind us of him. A lot of things. But I can gladly say that I am doing much better. I could officially talk about him and see his pictures without breaking down. That day on Thursday and all day Friday, we cried all day. Our eyes were burning from crying too much. We miss him a lot. He was a very good boy, really good puppy, and I know he's watching over us and gonna be taking care of us, and we love him a lot, and we'll always love him. But thank you guys, I really appreciate it, and I love you guys. Thank you a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And like I said, I just wanted to do this quick video to explain to you guys what happened to Ace, because a lot of people asked me and it was a lot to comment back. But so I made this video to let you guys know exactly what happened to my baby, because you guys will see him a lot in my Instagram.